the beautiful state of Hawaii. Some of you guys may have already seen me around for the past 2 months, but today I'd really like to highlight my story and something about me, which is my hearing impairment. So how did it happen? Well, I was born 2 months early, and my hearing didn't develop as much as it should have. And as time progressed, my hearing got worse and worse. And during my elementary years at school, we were required to take hearing tests annually. I kept failing them every year. So it got to the point where I had to see a doctor, and I was diagnosed with a hearing impairment. So the doctor introduced my mom, my dad, and myself to something called hearing aids. I keep this with me all day. And just so you know, this is how I hear. With them. This is how I hear the universe. At schools, I always had to sit in the front so that I could hear my teachers and my professors and my classmates. They'd always make fun of me. Why do you say it like that? And my oral movement of my mouth, it wasn't developed properly. So what are some other struggles that I experienced? Well, when I watch movies, I have to pick it up by visualizing and seeing what the actors are doing, putting together the pieces, because really I can't hear what they're saying. There has to be subtitles, and it puts me in an uncomfortable situation because not everybody prefers subtitles. And secondly, when I'm in the car and I'm in the back seat, I could never, ever fully hear what the driver is saying or the person in the passenger seat. I always have to ask them to repeat themselves or scoot myself forward so that I can put my ear next to their voice so I can really listen and hear. And thirdly, especially with the recent COVID outbreak, everyone has been wearing masks lately. And this is something that has been really, really difficult for me because I can only hear about 5% of what they're saying, almost nothing. I just pretend and nod like I understand, but in reality, I don't. And lastly, what makes me most uncomfortable is when I have to ask people to repeat themselves. Because I know this is a pet peeve for many people, but for me, it almost makes me feel like they're doing it on purpose to kind of mock me or make fun of me. An example is when they say, "Can you hear me now? Do you understand me now?" How do you think that makes me feel? Not the greatest. It makes me feel insecure, not the confident person I want to be, and it really puts me in a corner where I can't be my true self. So to my fellow pageant sisters, when you call out my name or try to get my attention, I am so sorry if I don't turn to you. I hope you know that it's not intentional. It's not my purpose to ignore you. Rather, it's because of my hearing impairment. And I hope that moving forward, we can create a long-lasting friendship and many memories as a sisterhood. And as pageant sisters, I've really been illuminated by everyone's advocacies and unique stories. We are also powerful, impacting the Filipino communities around us. And as for me, it all began when I started taking initiatives. I read books out loud so that my mouth could move correctly and appropriately, and so that I could accurately deliver my speech. And secondly, I even joined a cheerleading team for the same reason, so that I could be more confident and speak loudly. And third, I ran for position and eventually got them. As ASB president, ASB vice president, I always had to deliver speeches for my high school and to the big student population consisting of over 2,000 people. But what really resonates with me most is when I developed a club at high school called Best Buds Club. This consists of 2 groups. One group is students with disabilities, and the second group is the general student body population. And I would pair these students to do weekly activities together, like coloring, pizza parties, watching movies together. Why did I do this? Well, as someone that felt almost victimized for every negative experience that I felt for my disability, I never wanted a student to feel that way, especially at such a young age. And therefore, I really wanted them to feel the real high school experience, where they weren't marginalized, where they are a real high school student who belongs, who is loved, who is cared for. And this is something that I really cherish, and I am so proud of myself for, because it continues to live on today. This is when I realized this is my passion, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, giving back to people with disabilities, and therefore, I became the Tanawanos USA Youth Director, where I bridged the gap between Palawan, Philippines, and the Filipino communities of the United States. Palawan is where my lolo and lola grew up, so it has a special place in my heart. And this is where, as a youth director, I develop programs for inclusive education and an academic environment. And in my journey here today with Miss Universe Philippines, and for the rest of my life, I am championing my story and uplifting those with disabilities. And as a hearing impaired woman, I am the voice of the universe.
What a wonderful story.
So now you know a little bit more of me, but that's just the gist of it. I think there's so much more to it. And what I encourage for all of you guys to do, there's so much social causes to care for in this world. Mine isn't limited to inclusive education, and I would only hope that each and every one of you continue to advocate for the voiceless and for the people who needs us to stand up for them, because it's our duty to speak up to injustice. And I hope that by the end of today that you continue to spread the love to the universe, and I hope to continue being that epitome to every single person that I encounter. Thank you to all the viewers that are watching and everyone that has been continuing to support me throughout my journey. I love you all, and thank you again.
And with that, let's now open the floor for questions from the media.
Hello, good evening. I'm Nolly Variosa for OPMB Worldwide. Hi, Bianca. Okay, my question is, what makes you an ideal Miss Universe Philippines title?
I think what makes me most ideal as a Miss Universe Philippines candidate is that I am a goal-setting person, and I love reaching for goals. I never stop at one place. I don't like being stagnant. So when I put my mind into something, I deliver. And I really listen to what other people need. And I feel that I am a very empathetic woman, and I can speak for many people, for everyone, and for this universe. And I really just think that I can do it. When you believe something, you manifest it, and you become it. So I am currently manifesting.
Okay, follow up lang. For you, is the most inspiring Miss Universe Philippines winners from the start up to now?
Wow.
Who is the most inspiring?
Yeah.
Someone that I think about is Pia Wurzbach. I think she's not really the loud person that everyone wants her to be, or the most extroverted person, but I think her demeanor, where she is reserved and mysterious, but also has something to really teach the universe, is something that inspires me, because when you are able to keep yourself well balanced in regards to what everybody needs, in regards to what you need as yourself as a person, I think that really shows in Pia Wurzbach. And she just, I think, a really beautiful person inside and out. And she doesn't have to try so hard to show it. It's just something within her. And I think that's what beauty is, within.
Okay, that's a good answer. Best of luck to you. On
Thank you
May
so much.
22nd.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Hi Bianca, this is Pao Canamo. Nice seeing you again. First and foremost, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Like, sobrang na-inspire kami, to be honest. And my takeaway from that is, looks can be deceiving. You wouldn't really know how, if yung backstory ba, kung may mga backstory in the hardest moments in life, meron pala talaga. But the question that I would like to ask, was it difficult for you to compete at the Miss Universe stage at this time?
At the Miss.
At the Miss Universe stage, maybe with your co-candidates, was it difficult?
Currently or in the past?
Currently,
Currently, with my hearing deficiency,
yeah.
it's something that sets me back on a daily basis because I continuously have to ask people to repeat themselves. Or when I competed in the past for Miss Philippines USA or Miss Filipina International, I remember my parents saying, like, aren't you nervous? Hindi mo maririnig yung mga questions sa Q&A when you're on stage. And like, that's embarrassing, right? But for me, like, we're all humans. And I think we have to accept who we are and what we can't change. And that's something that I've come to terms with. Something that I've come to terms with. Because when I was younger, I thought, like, oh, like, I wish I could change that. I wish I didn't have a hearing deficiency. Like, why do I have to be imperfect? But now I think as I get older, I get more mature, I realize that nobody's perfect. We're all striving every day to be the best version of ourselves. And I think that alone, we should be grateful and thankful enough to ourselves that we are trying our best. And so, with that being said, me joining Miss Universe Philippines, I'm just very thankful that I'm doing my best every day because I owe it to myself to be grateful, to give it my best. And I think, it's really hard to give it your all, your 200% when everyone else is also giving their 200%. So I just come to myself at the end of the day and have a mindset of gratitude because sometimes we forget. But I think it's important by the end of each day that we remember to be thankful, to be living such a beautiful life where we have the capacity and capabilities to do anything and everything we want.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Such an inspiring queen. Nabiyak ko siya. My second question for you, Bianca. When you heard that this edition is, we call it like Pardagulan 2024, what was your reaction about that?
I'm so sorry. The Laguna.
Pardagulan, like it's a black battle for the Miss Universe. What was your reaction about that?
So you mean to say like that this is going to be really
strong
hard
contenders,
competition?
yes, for
Okay,
competing
got it.
for this edition.
I am not the type of person to let that get the best of me. I know that there's such strong contenders out there, but I don't think that makes me any less as a person because it's really all a game of a mindset. Like what you think in your head on a daily basis is what becomes. So if I let those strong contenders get to me, or if I start to think like, oh, they're going to beat me, oh, I'm gonna place lower than them, then that's probably what will happen. So I like to keep myself in my own zone and just focus on how I can improve each and every day, apart from what all those other girls are doing. Because at the end of the day, their journey is separate from mine, and I can only focus on what I'm doing. And as I mentioned, that is just doing your best every day. So up till this day, I'm trying to not let other people's posts or stories get to me. As a matter of fact, I don't really go on my social media that much for that reason because I want to focus on what I can control. And if I dwell into taking every second of the day looking at all these other girls' posts, then that's probably just not going to make me feel the greatest. So it's all about personal development and just really creating a better version of myself. And that's why I joined this pageant, because I really like the challenges it brings. And I know at the end of this all, no matter what happens, I know that I'll be proud of everything that I've done.
Of course, you got this. We believe in you. And last question, how ready are you for finals? Rate yourself from 1 to 10.
Well, I think every day there's room for improvement, but I like to think of myself as the best at 10, because if I think that, then I will be that. So I am a 10 out of 10. I am ready to execute, to deliver, and implement the best.
Love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Instagram. First, thank you so much, Bianca, for inviting us for your special event. Hear my story. My question is, what Tagalog word best describes you as a person?
Oh my gosh, my family always calls me that.
Mahimik.
Is that the word?
Yeah, mahimik.
Like, no, not that. Malambing.
Malambing. Sweet.
Malambing.
Sweet.
Yeah, because actually, I love to give people hugs every time I see them. I'm just like so cuddly and just so like teddy beary. Like it makes me feel love when I give others hugs and I see how it makes them feel loved. So I just think naturally I like to cater to other people and spread the love.
Follow-up question. Follow-up question. Why do you deserve to be our next Miss Universe Philippines 2024?
Sandali lang. Wait lang.
Wait. Hold on. Wait.
Okay. Why do you deserve to be our next Miss Universe Philippines 2024?
I deserve to be the next Miss Universe Philippines 2024 because I believe that I have a story to tell, not only for those who are disabled, but for everyone in the universe who wants to set a higher goal for themselves, and for those who really want to achieve a better life. I will continue being that voice for other people because I really think that not many of us can be that. Not many of us could speak up for one another, but I know that I can, and I promise to deliver and execute as the next Miss Universe Philippines 2024.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good evening. Hi, Bianca. So nice to meet you. I love your story. Can you update us? Like, do you still have to wear your hearing aids on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah. Here it is.
Okay, because it's really small.
Yes.
So, do you wear it on both ears?
Yes, both ears are impacted, but the left is worse. And actually,
Okay.
it's just so really hard to navigate the world being hearing impaired. Actually, Eric and Tom are here behind them, and they can attest to the experience earlier when we were sitting in the car, and I really had to be this close to them so that I could really hear what they're saying because it's so difficult for me. And I know it's hard to put yourself in my shoes, but when anyone or everyone experiences anything that sets them back or makes them feel insecure, it doesn't have to be necessarily a disability, but I just want you all to know to move past that because what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And when you put yourself in a mentality that you are above your insecurities, you come out 100 times stronger.
I have a close family member that also is hearing impaired and wears hearing aids. So, can you share like how many percent you can hear, and has it improved since you were a child with therapy and stuff like that? Like what?
Everyone experiences hearing differently. I'm sure you experience it differently. I believe we're all on a spectrum, and I think those who are hearing impaired probably hears less than I do, or I hear more than them. It's a different level. But as I mentioned in the video, as I continue to get older, it will get worse, unfortunately. And so my hearing was stronger when I was a child, and as time progressed, it gets worse. And my doctor also told me that if I continue to not wear them, it will get worse. So I do have to wear them even though it feels like there's a fly in my ear. It's kind of annoying, but it helps me a lot, and I'm grateful to just be alive.
So like in the video, without your hearing aids, you can't hear anything?
I can hear, but it makes it harder for me because I have to take extra steps to really understand what you're saying. I have to read your lips. I have to listen to the tone of what you're trying to say, and sometimes I don't hear the complete sentence. So, for example, if I said I don't hear the complete sentence, maybe I just hear the word don't or complete. So I'm like, I wonder what she said. Maybe she said I don't hear, or I don't write. It could be anything. I just try to put in different words in the sentence to make it complete for me. But if it's that difficult for me where I miss some words, I just ask again. I've come to terms that if I ask again, it's okay. And if the person reacts negatively, that reflects more on them rather than me. So, yeah, don't be afraid to ask again.
So in the finals for the Q&A, are you gonna be okay? You're gonna be able to hear the question?
Well, luckily, you speaking on the mic right now and it being...
It's better.
Being, through the speakers, I could hear it much better. So luckily, me being competing in other pageants in the past, I haven't had that unfortunate circumstance where I didn't hear the question. And I think it's okay naman to really just ask whoever's asking the question. And I would tell them, I'm sorry, I'm hearing impaired. Will you please repeat the question?
Yeah. So, they say that if you have one deficiency, like one disability, you become more sensitive in another. What would you say you are more sensitive to or more attuned to? What sense is stronger, like with you? Because you can't hear as well as other people.
It's kind of ironic. I really love music. When I listen to music, it's on 100. Or when I go to concerts, I love to feel the beat of my body being connected to the music. I've gone to countless amounts of concerts, but it's ironic because I can't hear that much, and I enjoy something that requires a lot of hearing. But I guess what overcomes my hearing is my sense of smell. So every time I pass by a herd of cows, I'm like, ang baho. Or, I smell stinky stuff a lot. I'm always the first one to smell, and then eventually everyone around me was like, oh, I smell it now.
My final question for this round is, can you tell us a little bit about where you grew up? Like, you were born in the U.S., which part of the U.S., and where did did you ever live in the Philippines?
Yeah, so I was born in Makati, Manila, and I immigrated to the United States when I was 4 years old, and I actually grew up in California. So I was asked to represent Hawaii because I embody the Hawaiian characteristics very well and I visit frequently. But I grew up in California, in San Francisco Bay Area, and that's where I spent most of my life.
So you just came back for this pageant?
Yes.
All right.
It was a calling.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Bianca. So freshman year from Pageant 9 Philippines. Good girl. I think we had that opportunity back, right? When I asked you something. And yeah. I just wanted to ask Bianca if there could be any word that inspires you upon waking up in the morning and that you could also share to the children of the world, what would that be?
My message to the children in this world is that I know it's a big, scary place out there, and sometimes you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, or sometimes you don't feel comfortable approaching your mom or your dad or even your sister or your brother. But just know your worth inside, that you are so powerful and that you can do anything in this world just write down your goals and remember it every day. Read it to yourself out loud, and you will become that because you are so much more than you think. You are everything.
Hi, Bianca. Hello. Yeah. I'm running out of questions to ask, but luckily, you've been very generous with everything that you've been sharing to us lately. So I want to ask, I felt you in your video earlier, so I wonder, how is your relationship with your co-candidates in Miss Universe Philippines in relation to what you have shared?
It's been very well.
Who are you closest?
Huh?
Who are you closest with in the competition?
I am getting really close to. There's so many. I think Chris Jansen is really nice. I'm also close to Christina because she's my camp sister, and I am also close to Tamara, Tacloban, and there's so many. Riyadh, Davao City, and there's just too many to list because I am the type of person that really likes to get to know the person, and I know not everyone I've gotten the chance to have a deep conversation with, but I am just that type of person who really likes to take my time and get to know my co-candidate or my candidate sisters a lot more on a deeper level. But at the same time, in my journey, I know that sisterhood is very important, but just being in pageants all the time and like photo shoots and events, it can be a lot. So at the same time, I'm trying to reserve my energy so that I can really be myself when I'm around my sisters.
So overall, it's a good experience. You're very easy in picking up instructions from the staff or even mingling with your fellow contestants despite your hearing impairment.
Yes, they're very welcoming naman, and I try to reciprocate as well. And I think this cohort of sisters is a really good one because everyone is very nice to one another. I've never felt like I am out of place, and I think we are all going through the same thing and are all being there for one another, and I think that's the most important thing because when we graduate from this year of pageantry, I think what we'll remember most is the memories we made with one another.
All right, thank you. I got another question. You've been looking great for the past few weeks. I started noticing you when you showed up in my interview with you, looking like wow, so stylish. So I wonder, everyone is looking at you right now, complimenting how you have been looking. So I wonder what's your game plan in terms of styling? I want to compliment you right now. Did you do your own makeup for
no.
tonight's event? You really look good.
Raj Bernaldez, are you here? Well, anyway, he did my makeup, and Mama Reggie also styles me on a daily basis, making sure that I look my best and feel my best. And I think that's what's most important because when you look and feel your best, you're able to show that and exude that to everyone.
Yeah, especially with the way you look right now. This could be your look for your prelims. So
I'm very blessed to have such an amazing and incredible glam team, and especially the camp that I am associated with. Mama Z, Mama Dudes, and Mama Dennis, Mama Joel. Shout out to you guys for ensuring that I'm on my toes, performing my very best on a daily basis.
So you just learned how to do makeup when you got to the camp?
Actually, I've been blessed to be given tutorials with Mama Raj to learn how to do my makeup. I learned how to do a winged eyeliner, which I'm very proud of. I think it's a small win and a big win at the same time because it's something that I've never been able to do in the past. So yes, I've been taking tutorials with Mama Raj so that I can prepare myself to do pageant makeups.
Alright, thank you very much and good luck, Bianca.
Thank you.
Sherman.
JR.
Hi Bianca, I'm Joy from Philippines. My question is, what do you like the most about your Filipino roots that you would want to share to everyone?
About the Filipino.
Roots.
Roots.
About your Filipino roots that you
Oh,
like
my
the most.
Filipino roots. What I love most about it, especially since I identify with both the American culture and the Filipino culture, I am able to compare the Filipino culture as more vibrant, more welcoming, more cohesive, more together. And I think that's what I appreciate more. Because being here in the Philippines now, I feel like I can really let my guard down and just say hi to everyone, or like what's the next plan for today, for tomorrow, for the following week. It's just so easy makasama yung mga tao. And I think in America, I kind of lack that because everyone's so focused on working 9 to 5 and then just eating dinner and going to sleep. Here, parang ang dami pang plans throughout the day. There's so much to do, and everyone just walking around the streets, roaming around the streets, walking outside of their house, saying hi to people left and right. It makes me feel alive. And I love that.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Hi Bianca, how are you?
Good. How are
First
you?
of all, you're very beautiful. You looks like the current Miss Universe, Shirley's Palacios. So, pwede talaga niya, no? So, gandang-ganda ako sa'yo, promise. So, I'm from Pageantology. Shout out kay Mama Ed. She's currently watching right now. My question for you is, what for you is the most important part of this pageant, and how are you preparing for it?
The most important part of this pageant is definitely the Q&A. Because I think anyone can be beautiful externally, but are you beautiful internally? Are you able to show the world what you stand up for and what you're representing? And I think I really want to develop who I am and get to know myself really well, more than I could possibly do. Because when I get to that point, I know that I'll be able to show everyone what matters to me most, and I hope they can also feel and be able to do that same thing for others.
Oh, para man dyan! Yes! Woo!
Just to follow up question, can you please give at least 2 fun facts about you that we still don't know?
A fun fact about me is that I've never eaten a salad in my life or drank coffee on a daily basis until I did pageantry.
You're not a coffee lover?
Huh?
You're not a coffee lover?
Not really, and then I lost sleep like for the past month and a half, and then I was like, I need coffee to get through the day. So now it's almost like a necessity as a part of my day, because I also feel that it makes me a little bit more giddy and happy, and I like that it makes me feel that way. And a little bit more talkative, so it's kind of like getting a little buzz and drinking wine or something. But yes, so I learned how to drink coffee once I got to the Philippines, barakong coffee. And then I am also learning how to eat vegetables.
And lastly, before I give this mic to Adam, can you please introduce yourself in Miss Universe way? Yeah, we almost forgot.
Introduce myself?
Yes, in
a Miss
Universe way. Yes.
Okay. Aloha.
Perfect.
Wait lang.
Let me know, pageant leader friends, if you guys ready.
1, 2, 3, go.
Aloha, my name is Patricia Bianca Tapia, but you can call me Aika. I was born in Makati, Manila, Philippines, but I am proudly representing the beautiful state of Hawaii. And in my free time, I like to surf, do yoga, and perfect my tennis swing. I also love to give my dog cuddles. And something about me me that you may not know is that I wear hearing aids because I was born 2 months early and I was diagnosed with a hearing impairment. But I don't let that define me.
Yay! Another one, can you give us your name, age, and Hawaii?
Just like how you're Miss Universe Philippines Hawaii.
Yeah.
Name, age, and
Representing Miss Universe Philippines Hawaii compared to before.
With gusto. 1, 2, 3, go.
Patricia Bianca Tapia, 26 years old, representing the beautiful state of Hawaii.
I love that. Thank you so much, Bianca.
One more. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and go.
Patricia Bianca Tapia, representing the beautiful state of Hawaii.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Bianca, I just want to ask you, you know, the swimsuit competition is fast approaching and then there will be 2 crucial events after that. So I wonder, how are you, you know, for a candidate like you, how are you attacking your game plan or strategy? How are you feeling at the moment? Is your walk, is your gown at this moment for the prelims and finals already, you know, already ready? I mean, how prepared are you in this remaining or crucial events of the competition? 1 month na lang.
I'm feeling really great about it, and honestly, as I look back, I can see how much I've transformed on a progressive rate, and I think from this day on, it's only going upwards. And I'm really feeling confident in myself and believing in myself that I can and will do this for myself and for everyone that I care so much about, and especially the communities, our local communities who needs my voice. So I make that my mission to really set a goal for myself that every day I'm gonna get better at my walk, every day I'm gonna get better at Q&A, and every day I'm gonna get better at my aura. So yes, that's something that I don't let go of because I know there's no time wasted, and I really need to take advantage of every second and seize those moments to really better myself in every way possible.
So your camp has everything covered for you in this remaining few weeks.
Yes, the camp does cover everything, and I'm really grateful for that because I cannot imagine doing this pageant without them.
Can we get a Hawaii chant? Hawaii chant? Let's go. Hawaii! 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 Okay, so if there's no more questions, we now have Mama Reggie here. So let's hear a few words from her and let's call her on stage, on the floor. Mama Reggie, let's hear a few words from you for Bianca. Can we get a round of applause for Mama Reggie?
Good evening, everyone, and I'm the stylist for Bianca for her journey here in Miss Universe Philippines, and I just like to commend Bianca for she really tries to carry. She does not want the dress to her. She carries the dress very well, and she's very open-minded on what we wanted her to wear, and we're so excited for her finals gown and her private.
Who will she be? Who will she be wearing?
We can't really say yet. We can't really say yet. Thank you, everyone.
Fernamato. Here po.
Give us a clue naman about the gown.
It's gonna be fiery. It's gonna be fiery. The gown's gonna be fiery. It's gonna be very, very beautiful. It's very grand.
Will it be Fernamato?
Fiery.
Will it be Fernamato daw?
Kasi di ba,
Thank you.
Basti, it's your turn.
Raj, it's your turn.
And another one, let's hear from the makeup artist. It's also your few words. Besties.
Good evening, everyone.
Idol ko yan.
Hi, Leslie. Message. Thank you for everything. I would like to say that you really have a good heart, and that is really resonates you. And I wish that you. I love you, and always have that good heart. So never waver that, and always keep your feet on the ground. And I know you are, always. And be kind as always. Okay? Love you.
How is she as a student po? How is she as a student po? Is she malleable?
Yes, she is. Very, very malleable. How is she? How is she?
How are you as a student?
As a student, very, very, very nice.
Kasi ang galing na niya, she's doing her own.
Actually, magaling na siya mag-makeup on her own. Kaya niya na mag-makeup sa sarili niya.
So Bianca, you're ready to do your own makeup come preliminary competition.
Huh?
So do you think you'll be ready to do your own makeup come preliminary competition? Kasi when the going gets tough and everyone has to be made up, you can rely on your
in
own.
the case that I do need to do my own makeup, I can do it. But yeah, that's all because of Pierre, the super talented artist who taught me everything, and it's just such a joy being around Mama Raj because we just have laughter every time we're together and
It's
talk
like we're
about
not
the
working
craziest
together.
things. Yeah. So thank you so much.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
So Mama Raj, yung look niya for prelims, ano na, kasado na?
Yeah, kasado na yan.
Execution na.
All of the eyes.
Right side.
Left po.
So thank you all for the wonderful speeches and the wonderful questions. So now let's give the floor to Patricia Bianca Tapia for some final messages.
I always have to think of some words to say. Well, as if I haven't said everything already, I just hope that you guys continue to enjoy the food, but most of all, just spread the kindness everywhere you go. I think this is the reason why I'm joining this pageant, is to really showcase who I am, and that's above all just being a kind person and really listening, being an active listener to the people around you, because there's nothing more powerful than human connection. So let's go ahead and make memories tonight, and continue to make those connections that we live for. I love you all.